Why seniors are being targeted. Scams are nothing new. For as long as people have exchange money, there have been tricksters looking for ways to steal it. But in today's world, scams are evolving faster than ever before. Modern scammers have powerful tools at their disposal. The internet, social media, robocall systems, and even artificial intelligence. With these tools, they can reach millions of people instantly, disguise their identities, and craft convincing stories to trick unsuspecting victims. Among all age groups, seniors are some of the most frequently targeted. Why? Because older adults are often seen as trusting, polite, and more financially stable after decades of work. Many also grew up in an era where scams were less sophisticated, making today's digital deceptions harder to recognize. Additionally, seniors are sometimes less familiar with fast-changing technology, things like spoof phone numbers, fake websites, or AI-generated voices. Scam number 1, the AI grandparent scam. Imagine this. Your phone rings, and on the other end you hear the trembling voice of your grandson. He sounds panicked. "Grandma, it's me. Please don't tell Mom and Dad. I'm in trouble. I was in an accident, and I need bail money right away. Can you help me? Please hurry." You recognize the voice instantly. It sounds just like him. Without thinking, your heart races, and you want to help. But here's the terrifying part. That voice might not be your grandson at all. How it works. This is the new version of the infamous grandparent scam. In the past, scammers simply called seniors, pretending to be a relative in trouble. But today, with artificial intelligence voice cloning, criminals can copy someone's voice from just a few seconds of audio, like a TikTok video, voicemail, or YouTube clip. Once they have that voice, they program AI software to say whatever they want. The result is frighteningly realistic. The fake voice pleads for money, begs for secrecy, and pressures a victim into acting immediately. Scammers typically ask for payment in hard-to-trace forms: wire transfers, prepaid gift cards, or cryptocurrency. Once the money is sent, it's almost impossible to recover. Why it's so effective? Emotional manipulation. The scam relies on panic and love for family. In the heat of the moment, logic disappears. Voice authenticity. Seniors are shocked by how real the voice sounds. It's nearly indistinguishable from the actual person. Urgency. Scammers insist the victim must act right now, leaving no time for reflection or fact-checking. Real-world example. In 2023, a Canadian woman lost nearly $10,000 after receiving a call from someone who sounded exactly like her adult son. The fake son claimed he had been arrested and needed bail money immediately. Only later, after speaking directly with her real son, did she realize it was a scam. Unfortunately, by then, the money was gone. Red flags to watch for. Calls or messages that demand secrecy. Don't tell Mom or Dad. Requests for unusual payment methods like gift cards, wire transfers, or crypto. High-pressure urgency. You must act now, or something terrible will happen. How to stay safe. Verify the caller. Hang up immediately and call your relative or another family member directly on a trusted number. Never rely on the number that called you. It may be spoofed. Create a family password. Families can agree on a special code word or phrase that only real members would know. If a caller can't provide it, it's likely a scam. Slow down. Scammers thrive on panic. Take a breath, step back, and remember, If something feels rushed and secretive, it's suspicious. Spread awareness. Talk to your friends, siblings, and community groups. The more people know about the scam, the less power it has. Scam number 2, Medicare and health insurance scams. For many seniors, Medicare and supplemental insurance plans are not just benefits, they're lifelines. Scammers know this, and they take full advantage. These fraudsters often pose as government representatives, healthcare workers, or insurance agents. Their goal? To trick seniors into handing over sensitive personal information like Social Security numbers, Medicare ID numbers, or bank details. How it works. The scam usually begins with a phone call, email, or even a door-to-door visit. The scammer might say, "We're calling from Medicare, and we need to confirm your ID number. You qualify for a new benefit program, but we need to verify your Social Security number. We're issuing new Medicare cards, and you must provide personal details to receive yours." Sometimes, they may even offer fake services or medical equipment, claiming it's covered by Medicare. They ask for your information to process the order, but in reality, they're just stealing your identity. Why it's so effective? Authority trick. Posing as government or healthcare officials makes the scam sound legitimate. Confusion factor. Medicare rules and insurance coverage can be complicated. Seniors may not know what's standard practice and what's suspicious. Fear of losing benefits. Many seniors worry about losing coverage. Scammers exploit this fear by creating urgency. Real-world example. In 2022, reports surged of robocalls claiming to be from Medicare, offering free COVID-19 test kits. Victims were asked to confirm their Medicare numbers, which scammers then used to bill fraudulent charges. The victims never received test kits, but their Medicare accounts were drained with false claims. Red flags to watch for. Calls, emails, or texts claiming to be from Medicare. Medicare does not call unsolicited. Requests for personal or financial information. Promises of free medical equipment or services in exchange for your Medicare ID. High-pressure tactics like, "If you don't act now, you could lose coverage." How to stay safe. Know the rules. Medicare will never call you out of the blue to ask for personal details or payments. Guard your Medicare card. Treat it like a credit card. Don't give out your number unless you're at a doctor's office or dealing with a trusted provider. Hang up on robocalls. If you get a suspicious call, hang up immediately. Don't press buttons. Don't engage. Verify directly. If you're unsure, call Medicare directly at their official number 1-800 Medicare in the U.S. or contact your insurance provider using the number on your card. Check your statements. Regularly review your Medicare summary notices, MSN, for unfamiliar charges. Report suspicious claims immediately. Scam number 3, tech support scams. Picture this. You're sitting at your computer and suddenly a loud alarm blasts from your speakers. A flashing red warning appears on the screen. Warning: your computer has been infected with a dangerous virus. Do not shut down. Call Microsoft support immediately. 1-800-XXX-XXXX. It looks terrifying. You're worried about losing your photos, banking info, or email access. In a panic, you grab the phone and dial the number. On the other end, a technician answers, polite, professional, and reassuring. They say they can fix everything. But first, you need to give them remote access to your computer. This is the setup of the tech support scam. one of the fastest growing frauds targeting older adults. Scam number 4, sweepstakes and lottery scams. Who doesn't love the idea of winning a big prize? For many older adults, entering sweepstakes or dreaming of hitting the lottery is a harmless bit of fun. Scammers know this, and they use it as bait. How it works? The scam usually begins with an exciting phone call, letter, or email. Congratulations! You've won $2 million in our sweepstakes. But there's a catch. Before you can claim your prize, you're told you must pay taxes, processing fees, or shipping costs up front. The scammer insists this is standard procedure and pressures you to act quickly. Victims are often asked to send money via wire transfer, gift cards, or checks. In some cases, scammers send a fake check that initially clears, leading the victim to believe the prize is real. By the time the bank flags it as fraudulent, the scammer is long gone, and the victim is left responsible for the money withdrawn. Why it's so effective? Hope and excitement. The promise of a life-changing prize clouds judgment. Authority tactics. Letters may use official-looking seals, logos, or signatures. Partial truths. Some victims really do enter sweepstakes, so the scam feels plausible. Real-world example. The Jamaican lottery scam became notorious in the 2010s, tricking thousands of American seniors. Victims were told they'd won millions but needed to pay fees first. Some victims lost their life savings, and tragically, a few were even harassed for years after sending initial payments. Red flags to watch for. You're told you must pay money up front to receive a prize. The notification comes from an unknown sweepstakes you never entered. Request for payment via gift cards, wire transfer, or prepaid debit cards. High-pressure tactics like, you must respond immediately to claim your winnings. How to stay safe. Remember the rule, legitimate sweepstakes never require payment to claim a prize. Don't trust caller ID. Scammers often spoof numbers to look official. Verify independently. If you think the prize might be real, research the sweepstakes directly online or call the official organization. Talk to a trusted friend. If something sounds too good to be true, get a second opinion before acting. Report it. In the U.S., report sweepstakes scams to the Federal Trade Commission, FTC. Scam number 5, romance and friendship scams. Loneliness is a powerful human emotion, and scammers know how to exploit it. Online dating and social platforms have opened the door for meaningful connections, but they've also created opportunities for fraud. How it works? The scam begins with an online interaction on Facebook, a dating app, or even email. The scammer poses as a kind, charming individual looking for companionship. They build trust over weeks or months, showering the victim with attention, compliments, and affection. Once trust is established, the scammer introduces a crisis. I want to visit you, but I can't afford the ticket. I need urgent surgery, but I don't have enough money. My business deal is stuck. I just need a short-term loan. The victim, believing they're helping someone who loves them, sends money. In many cases, this cycle repeats, with the scammer inventing new emergencies until the victim is drained emotionally and financially. Why it's so effective? Emotional manipulation. The scammer provides companionship, making the victim feel valued. Gradual grooming. The relationship builds slowly, reducing suspicion. Secrecy. Scammers often discourage victims from telling family or friends. Real-world example. In 2021, a widow in her late 60s lost over $100,000 after falling for a romance scam on a dating website. The scammer, posing as a retired military officer, claimed he was stranded overseas and needed funds. Despite her children's warnings, the victim believed the relationship was real until the money was gone. Red flags to watch for. Someone professes love quickly without meeting in person. Request for secrecy. Don't tell your family. They won't understand. Consistent excuses for why they can't meet in person or video chat. Requests for money, gift cards, or cryptocurrency. How to stay safe. Be cautious online. Be skeptical of people who move too quickly in online relationships. Never send money, no matter how convincing the story. Don't send money to someone you haven't met in person. Reverse image search. Many romance scammers use stolen photos. A quick image search can expose fakes. Talk to family or friends. Loved ones can spot red flags you might miss. Report and block. If you suspect a scam, cut off communication immediately and report the profile. How seniors can protect themselves from scams. Now that we've covered the top 5 scams currently preying on older adults, let's shift to the most important part: how to stay safe. Scammers are clever, but by following a few simple principles, seniors can drastically reduce their risk of becoming victims. Golden rules for scam prevention. Pause before acting. Scammers thrive on urgency. Take time to think and verify before responding. Protect personal information. Never give out social security numbers, Medicare IDs, or banking details to unsolicited callers or emails. Be skeptical of unsolicited contact, whether it's a call, email, or text. If you didn't initiate it, question it. Verify. Call official numbers, check official websites, or consult trusted family members. Stay informed. Scams evolve constantly. Attend community workshops. Read updates from the FTC, or join senior safety groups. Practical steps for everyday safety. Use call blocking. Register with the National Do Not Call Registry and use call blocking apps. Secure your devices. Keep software updated. Use antivirus protection and create strong passwords. Shred documents. Shred mail and documents with personal information before discarding. Bank safely. Set up alerts for unusual activity and regularly review bank statements. Build a support network. Share suspicious messages or calls with trusted family members. Conclusion: knowledge is the best defense. Scammers are relentless, but they are not invincible. Their power lies in secrecy, fear, and manipulation. By shining a light on their tactics, whether it's the AI-powered grandparent scam, Medicare fraud, tech support hoaxes, sweepstakes cons, or romance scams, we take that power away. For seniors, the message is simple. Stay alert, stay informed, and never be afraid to question. Trust your instincts, verify before you act, and lean on family, friends, and community resources. For families, the responsibility is shared. Talk openly with older relatives about these scams. Reassure them that asking questions or reporting concerns is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. In the end, protecting seniors from scams is about more than money. It's about preserving dignity, peace of mind, and independence. And with the right knowledge, we can all help ensure that older adults live safely and confidently in today's world.